Okay, so we have number 1. It's upside down. This is number 1. Then we have number 2. And wait, where's the label? There it is, number 3. So here are the package from number 1. So in the book it says like there's the first package and then the second one and so forth, and we're starting with the first one, so that's all we need. And so here are all the tools. So we're starting with these pieces, and we'll need to make sure that the middle ones have the little ridge down the front, so in here and in there, and these ones don't have that, so we have to make sure the holes align with everything we need to go in there. Says the numbers, so I'll have to pay attention for those. So these ones have, I'm assuming that's an R, so R1 and L1. So R1 and L1, and then these ones are the middle ones. So the R1 goes on this side, and we need to make sure the bottom hole is on the bottom, so there's the hole over there. So this one is the R1. So then we put these guys in the middle. This one will go at the very end, and then these ones go, so I have to make sure. So this one with the ridge goes here. This one goes opposite way, this way, and make sure all the holes are on the bottom, so we'll be doing them correctly. So there are all the holes, and these ones point that way because these ones have to point toward that way. So we are done putting it down properly. This is how it's going to look. So here we go, and this is step 1, and we need to get 12 of these and screw them in at every, starting from the first hole, every other hole. Okay, so step 1 is complete. Let's go to step 2. And this is where we're using these boards, and then we have to use these wooden dowels to put them in between the screws we just screwed in. So we'll do that, and after that we use these things to screw them in. And so here are these guys. So when we're doing them, this is the bottom still, and we are putting these with these holes at the very top, and these go into these things, and we're going to use the wooden dowels and putting them inside these things. Now that we put them together, we put in these things, 12 of them, into each hole over there. So basically everywhere in here, and you just take these little guys and you make sure the slot goes into there, like so. And then you just use your drill and you're done. Now that we have finished the third step, which means putting these things inside here to tighten them together, and these are the dresser sides. So we're moving on and adding the drawer hardware here on the sides. So we need 6 of these, and we're going to be using these ones. So we are using the L's, the left side on this side and the rights on this side. I have them separated here. Here are all the rights, here are all the lefts, and you can actually see the little L's and you can see the little R's. So I'm going to take all the rights and put them on this side and keep the lefts here. So we put these on these holes over here so they align. You want to help Mama?
Yeah, I like help Mama.
Okay, Lizzie. On this one.
Help!
Yeah, you're helping Mama.
Yeah, I'm helping Mama.
This one goes over here.
I'm gonna help.
So let's put these over here and screw them in. So number 4 is done. The 5th one is getting these pieces and putting them here. So we're done with that one. The sixth means the rest of these things, and we put them at the very, there's 4 in each, 4, and then there's 1 in here, 1 there, and then 4 in here. And it also mentions that you should stop at the, once you reach here, instead of going way deep inside. So with the second bag, we have this interesting guy. We have these ones, we have these tiny little ones, wooden dowels, there's some nails, some screws here in the bag, and then we have the tools, we have these things, 2 black ones, and then these ones. So, yep. Okay, so step 7, we need these with the bigger holes on the top, 1 small middle and 2, and then you use the wooden dowels. So I went a little ahead on the book to check, and so we used the small, these ones, and it doesn't say which side this is supposed to be on. I'm surprised that they're not mentioning that anywhere here, and like it looks flat here, so I'm assuming the ridges go on that side. And then if you look through, like, then you add those ones, then you build this whole contraption, which is so weird. And after you do that, you add that there, and then you add those ones. So there's the 2 extra ones over there, so that's when you add those extra ones. So it makes sense now. It looks like a whole bunch of work, but we're gonna get started. So let's just go back to step 7 and start with that. That's literally looks like very complicated, but we're not gonna let it stop us, right? We're gonna keep going. So let's put these, I already put the dowels here, so we're going to put okay. There you go. Yep, we put them in. Now we add these guys in here and we screw them in. So now we're using these tall ones. 1, 2, 3, all of these 3 guys. Here it shows that this one is completely the wood one. So put it here, and the other ones go there, and it's showing where those things go. So we're going first with the wood tone one. So we're aligning it to fit on this guy. There you go. And then the rest of these go there, and it's explaining that you want to make sure these holes are inward, and that's how it goes. So we did that, we did this, and so going on to step 11, that means we need to put this aside for now and do these ones. And let me do that first, make space for this so we can start building those things. So we're starting with 3 pieces. This one is the wood, the natural wood color, and it has only one big hole there. And so just mentioning where you align them, and here I have them. So here's the wooden colored one, and it's mentioning that it needs to have these on this side, and also mentions that the hole in here should be on this side, not on this side. So the next one is this one, it also needs to have the hole on this side, not on this side. And then the second one also has a hole on this side, not on this side. And these ones go toward that side, toward the right. So there you go. And once we align everything, we are going to use these. So we're going to use the right ones on all of them. So there you go. The right ones on here, and using the little screws here, and let's get that started. After I'm done with that, I actually flip it over, and now we're using the L ones, the left ones, to do the same thing with these things. So now that I have flipped it over, I will be doing the same things, only with the left ones, and putting them on the very same ones with the wheel pointed down, and just aligning it with all the holes here and screwing them all in. Okay, now we pretty much put it on the side, and we use these little bag of tools, which are these guys, and we put them on both sides, on the top one, not the bottom one. So it's going to be on these ones over here, and also wooden dowels, one wooden dowel on the very top, which means on this guy here, and on the top one. So let's get started with those. It's worth mentioning that the wooden dowel goes on this side, opposite from the big hole here. Those ones we just screwed in go on that side. So on the other ones we just on those little guys over there, and we also need to use 2 wooden dowels on top of those. On this side, and so we're going to use these guys over here with this tool. It's not the black one, since it's these ones. So where's, oh, okay, see it, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, now that we did all that, we go on to step 16, which means putting these guys on the bottom of two of those ones and screwing them in. Step 17 means we add the last two pieces here with two wooden dowels on the bottom. And let's bring it up closer just so we can see. And we add those pieces, and then after we're done with those, we do the same thing with adding those things and screwing them in. So it says after that's done, we put it on its feet. So let's do that. Okay, so now we're starting with these cutout pieces, which are these. We put them this way, or with the two little holes here, and we attach the left one and align the little. We flip it over and we do the other side with the right ones. So let's do that. And we have to do two of these because there's two pieces. So now we put these pieces with the cutouts here, and then we use the black screws to put them in here, and these ones are the white ones on the bottom. Okay, now this is done. Step 25 means the top piece. So we lay it flat. We need every other one in here, then two in here, one in the right by the indent here, two in there, and three on the side. And then we flip it over, put it here with 9 dowels here, and we'll need to add 4 of these to the top, and then we use these things to attach the whole thing together. So let's start with that. Okay, now that this is finished, we need to flip this over and nail down the back part of the dresser. And I think after this the dresser is done and we'll just have the drawers left. Yep, then it's just the drawers. Okay, so now we're on step 39. We need to open pack 3 of the screws, and we are starting the drawers. So we're gonna have 2 of these, 2 of these, and 4 of these. And all of them will be built the same, so we just start with one and then build the rest of them. So when you're doing these and you're trying to figure out which drawer it is, all you have to do is put out all your drawer fronts and see where they fit. Like, it's supposed to fit in the middle ones and they don't fit here, so it's this large one. So now we take these things and put them in the ends. screws here, you add your drawers with the wooden dowels in here, and then you add these things to tighten them up, and then you add the backs. And once you put the backs in, you have to make sure it goes into the little slot over here to fit perfectly. And then you add the white plastic screws, these guys over here, to you put the top on, and then you basically add on 3 of those on the sides to hold them together. And yep. So now that we're done with that, we add the drawer things over here, put them on both sides of the drawer. After that, we basically just have the pulls to put on, and we are finished.